welcome back, and welcome back. Today we're going to make taco stuffed tomatoes. Yes, we are. There's onions, red onions. You can use any onion you want. That's a cup of brown rice. You can also use white, basmati, whatever you want to use. 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. We're going to use this hamburger meat here, which is a pound. We're going to use some taco seasoning. And then we're going to use this Fiesta cheese. Here's your shot. Let's get cooking. All right, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown up that meat. And I'm going to put that whole onion in there. And so I'm just going to brown this up. And that's what I'm going to do. Saute those onions at the exact same time. We don't need any oil in here because this has got a little fat in it and it will produce its own. So I'm just going to brown this up about 10 minutes. And I'll be back and then we'll go to the next step. All right, now that we've got that meat all browned up, we're going to go in with that taco seasoning. That's half a package that I'm putting in there. We're going to put in that tomato sauce. Get all that in there. And then we're going to go in with the tomatoes. From the tomatoes. Juice and all. And I'll show you that in just a second. And we're going to go ahead and let this go for a couple of minutes. I am going to break those tomatoes up a little bit more. So we're going to let this go for about 10 minutes. Let those flavors get to know one another, marry, and become friends. All right? 10 minutes. We're going to let those flavors marry. All right? And I'll be back. Okay, and what I did with the tomatoes, I cut them in half. As you can see, I just cut it in half. And then I gutted them out. You can absolutely cut them like you would. Some people cut their bell peppers and cut them out at the top. I like to cut mine to the side like this, open face bell peppers that I've done before, because I can get more stuff inside of them. So you can enjoy not just the outer, but the inner as well. So that's what I did. And we're just waiting on this to finish simmering. 10 minutes is what we're giving it, and I'll be back. All right, see how yummy that looks after 10 minutes? Those flavors have married, got to know one another, have become the best of friends. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put that cooked rice. That rice is cooked on in that pan. And we're going to let them become friends as well. And I'm going to let this go for just 1 minute because that rice is cooked. Okay? 1 minute. That's all I'm going to give it. And I'll be right back. Okay, we've let this go for exactly a minute. I'm cutting it off. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in some cilantro. I don't think I showed you that, but yes, we're going to go ahead and put in some cilantro. And like I always tell you, anything you see that you don't want to add, don't add it. Okay? We're going to stir that in. I tell you all the time, fresh herbs and citrus just sets a dish completely off. It just takes it to another level. Lime would go good in this as well. All right, I'll be right back. All right, then the next step is just to put all that goodness into each one of these tomatoes. Look at that. Yum, yum. I'm telling you, you need to make some. This is absolutely delicious. Now, I did spray this pan down with some non-stick spray before I put these tomatoes in. All right. This is perfect for a picnic, potluck. You can use mini ones, do them in mini style. That works absolutely wonderfully too. And just pile it up. Stuff it in there and pile it up. And that's all I'm doing. Stuffing these babies right on up. And we're going to put them in the oven. So preheat that oven to 350. We're going to put them in the oven simply, more than anything, just to melt the cheese. Because we don't want the tomatoes to get good and mushy. We want them to have a little sturdiness to them, okay? So we're going to go ahead and put them in the oven just long enough, just a minute or two on 350, just so that the cheese can melt. Which is absolutely not a necessary step. You don't have to do that step. You can just put the cheese on here because the filling is hot enough that the cheese will melt anyway. Okay? But I'm going to put mine in there just for a minute. Just long enough for that to happen. Just the cheese to melt, okay? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Alright. I'm going to stuff these other tomatoes and then I'm going to put cheese on them. Hold on. Okay, now we're going to put cheese on these. Just a little sprinkle. Just a little bit. And you don't have to add cheese if you're not a cheese eater. That's fine. Just a little bit of cheese just to melt on top of these. And like I said, you try this dish once, you will definitely love it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Gigi's always doing something in this kitchen. I hope you really would consider subscribing. Then we're going to get these in the oven, 350, for about 2 minutes, max 2 minutes. Just long enough for that cheese to melt, okay? We don't want mushy tomatoes. I'll be back. And there she is. Look at that. How yummy do they look? Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. Know that you will see Gigi on the next one. Take care, you guys.